Good afternoon, Warriors. I'm here with head football coach Darrin Fisher. Coach, with your opportunity to win your third sectional title in 4 years, how has your team embraced that ball on the wall mentality?
Well, I tell people this all the time. On January 4th, we sat out in that locker room and we talked about all the things that we needed to do. One great year can change your life. And we said, hey, we've got this process that we go through, whether that's, phase 1 in the weight room or, phase 2 in spring when you're playing in your other sports and doing what you do, or, phase 3 of getting into the summer and getting prepared, and then phase 4 going into the preseason, into the regular season. And then they've done everything they've needed to do from that point until now. They've done everything that I've asked of them, everything that championship teams do. Champions behave like champions and do what champions do before they win a championship. And this team has done everything they need to do that. So it's not just something that we talked about. This week is not about winning the sectional championship. This week's about beating another opponent, which the last 11 weeks have been about the same thing.
And Coach, East Central has their own winning traditions with 4 state championships. What kind of fight are you guys in for this week?
Well, I think, what we've talked about is right now, in Southern Indiana, there's 8 really good teams left. And, I think I've talked about this before. It's like 2 lions being thrown into a cage, and somebody's going to come out a winner, and it's going to be a fight. And I think everybody's prepared for that. And I think everybody's looking forward to it. We can't wait for this game to kick off, because this is why you do everything you do. This is why you play football. There's lots of things that football does for you. There's lots of reasons. It's the greatest team game on the planet as far as I'm concerned. But the reason you play is to be in games in November that matter. And that's why we talk about playing great October football all the time. And you got to play great October football to earn the right to play in November. And that's where we are, and we can't wait to play.
And one last question, Coach. The Trojans have a 1,300-yard rusher and a 1,000-yard passer. So how do you plan to face this balanced attack from the Trojans?
Well, I would say that, anytime we play somebody, we want to try to make them one-dimensional if we can. If there's something that they don't do well or do well, we want to try to take that away and then force them to play, with whatever their second best thing is. So that's kind of what our plan always is. The other thing is, I think, it's a 3-phase game. We've got to play great on special teams. We've got to play great on offense, and that lends itself to playing great defense. So that's our plan. Isn't a whole lot different than it always is. We've just got to be, we've got to play clean. We've got to be brilliant at the basics. We've got to block and tackle and ball security and disrupt, block destruction and ball disruption. That's what you have to do to win big games.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck at the game. I'm Griffin Sanders, Whiteland Beat Sports Network.